grew full of menacing energies, and wherever turned for help or hope his eyes, in field and house, in street and camp and mart, he met the prowl and stealthy come and go of armed, disquieting bodied influences. A march of goddess figures dark and nude alarmed the air with grandiose unease. Appalling footsteps drew invisibly near. Shapes that were threats invaded the dreamlight, and ominous beings passed him on the road, whose very gaze was a calamity. A charm and sweetness sudden and formidable, faces that raised alluring lips and eyes, approached him armed with beauty like a snare, but hid a fatal meaning in each line, and could, in a moment, dangerously change. A tract he reached unbuilt and owned by none. There all could enter, but none stay for long. It was a no man's land of evil air, a crowded neighborhood without one home, a borderland between the world and hell. Their unreality was nature's lord. It was a space where nothing could be true, for nothing was what it had claimed to be. A high appearance wrapped a specious void, yet nothing would confess its own pretense, even to itself in the ambiguous heart. A vast deception was the law of things, only by that deception they could live. An unsubstantial kneel guaranteed the falsehood of the forms this nature took, and made them seem a while to be and live. Each rainbow brilliance was a splendid lie. A beauty unreal graced a glamour face. Nothing could be relied on to remain. Joy nurtured tears, and good and evil proved, but never out of evil one plucked good. Love ended early in hate, delight killed with pain. Truth into falsity grew, and death ruled life. A power that laughed at the mischiefs of the world, an irony that joined the world's contraries and flung them into each other's arms to strive, put a sardonic rictus on God's face. Aloof, its influence entered everywhere, and left a cloven hoof mark on the breast. A twisted heart and a strange somber smile mocked at the sinister comedy of life. Announcing the advent of a perilous form, an ominous tread softened its dire footfall, that none might understand or be on guard. None heard until a dreadful grasp was close. The fiend was visible but cloaked in light. He seemed a helping angel from the skies. He armed untruth with scripture and the law. He deceived with wisdom, with virtue slew the soul, and led to perdition by the heavenward path. A lavish sense he gave of power and joy, and when arose the warning from within, he reassured the ear with dulcet tones, or took the mind captive in its own net. His rigorous logic made the false seem true, amazing the elect with holy law. He spoke as with the very voice of God. The air was full of treachery and ruse. Truth speaking was a stratagem in that place. Ambush lurked in a smile, and peril made safety its cover, trust its entry's gate. Falsehood came laughing with the eyes of truth. Each friend might turn an enemy or spy. The hand one clasped and sleeved a dagger's stab, and an embrace could be doom's iron cage. Agony and danger stalked their trembling prey, and softly spoke as to a timid friend. Attack sprang suddenly, vehement and unseen. Fear leaped upon the heart at every turn, and cried out with an anguished, dreadful voice. It called for one to save, but none came near. All warily walked, for death was ever close, yet caution seemed a vain expense of care. For all that guarded proved a deadly net, and when after long suspense salvation came and brought a glad relief disarming strength, it served as a smiling passage to worse fate.